Greetings, family. Good evening. Lord, child, we had some issues tonight, but we're here. So come on in, check in, family. We're not going to keep you waiting any more longer than you've already waited. Thank you so much for your patience. We are going to bring the chief in this evening because we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Check in. Let us know where you're hailing from and let me know that you can hear me. Come on in the room, family. Check in. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome from all over the world. Grand Rising. If it's rising in your neck of the woods, grand afternoon, grand evening, grand night. Check in the room, family. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I see Chief's in the background. We got to bring him in just a minute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please put a 1 in the chat. They can hear me. Yay. Awesome. Come on in. We're going to bring Chief in just 1 minute.
Truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising. Hear her call. Raising vibrations for one and all.
Grand evening. Come on in the room, family.
To a brighter, freer day.
Thank you for 200 people being in the chat. Come on in, family. All right. Woo-wee.
Through her channel, knowledge flows.
Sing with me, family.
That hold
us close.
Pass to abundance
and well.
Guiding others to free themselves.
Come on, Soul Tribe.
Rising, hear her call. Raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way.
Come on, sing it, family. To and free a day. From currencies to investments.
She's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do.
Hey, 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 hey. Come on in the room. With me, Soul Tribe Rising. Hear her call. Raising vibrations for one and for all. Dr. Kia. Hey.
Soul tribe rising, hear a call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
To a new and brighter day.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. Let's just go right on with the show and bring Chief Mac in the house. Chief, we on that. Hey, you know what? We on that tail tonight, Chief.
Yeah, we are.
We are banging on them tonight. Welcome, Chief Mac.
It said in the last days that knowledge will be increased, and that what was hidden in the dark shall come to light. So
right.
All of the lies, deceit, and deception that was spoke on your name, spoke on a particular people, it's going to come out in the open. And what a damn shame about what they've been doing, guys. What a shame What you about to hear tonight and take in tonight is gripping. It's wicked to the core, brothers and sisters. And then for any other nation of people, race of people, if you don't understand why we feel the way we feel, from what you guys are going to see tonight. And this goes back to saying that everything that I've been saying, you've been saying, and why she's been banging on the beats, talking about the atrocities happening to us, and why the other nation of people are coming over here. And I have been saying all along, infiltration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys are going to see the type of infiltration that we were talking about. You guys hold on to your britches. There's some people going to be tremendously upset with what you're about to hear. You're going to be tremendously upset, and then you'll give me that pat on the back that I so deserve when
Come on.
I came out in 2020 and
Mm.
sounded my voice like a trumpet, warning people, and got talked about, ridiculed, and persecuted, defamed by the people that were supposed to be protecting me. Now you'll see, because my overstanding is deep and vast. So Kia and myself, along with the other brothers and sisters who go live, we have the right to be here to teach, motivate, and encourage.
Come on, Chief.
And you guys need to protect people like us. And if anybody's putting their damn mouth on me or Kia or anybody that's putting this truth out like that, they need to be had. Because what we're about to do tonight, this is what we need. We don't need that division. We need to be, brothers and sisters have a problem with each other, we need to be coming together. So this is why I better put some respect in my damn name.
Hashtag freedom now in the comment section, family. We're going to talk about how this is a new era. And during this new era, like Chief said, this is the time of self-disclosure where everything is coming out. They have been playing in our faces. You saw the title. There were Chief just told me this today. He was like, "You're not going to believe this." They were selling fake degrees to people here in America who are practicing on us. I didn't have any idea. Chief Mack told me tonight. Come on. Let's
We
go,
talk
Chief.
we talk about millions, guys. We talked about millions of people with fake doctors and RN degrees sent here to America to practice on who? Us. And give you fake cancer diagnosis, fake diabetes, all in the name of getting your organs, making trillions of dollars for the insurance companies. They would when I was telling you guys that they were sent here for infiltration, you'll see why.
And he got the
And
receipts.
and this ain't no fake ass receipts. So
Okay.
the worldwide, just listen, you guys ain't ready for what's getting ready to happen. All I gotta say is, oh, glory, hallelujah. Oh,
Hallelujah.
thank you,
Janine, go ahead.
great spirit, and our celestial family, that no more will we be ashamed to
Mm-mm.
be indigenous, aboriginal, and Tongass people. Our
Mm-mm.
inheritance, our wealth, our dignity, our pride is on its way back to us, guys. Y'all been busted, and I've been on to them. You other nation of people, you have been busted. You've been
Busted.
busted. You've been
Busted.
busted. Brothers and sisters of indigenous tribe, royal tribe, the indigenous angelic beings have the being experience. It's time to soldier up and tribe up and come together under one authority. We need you. And this is not toward no other nation of people, but what we're about to drop tonight and hear that receive, the other nation of people, you better put a sock in it. Because
And
we're not having it no more.
and I don't know if they just practicing on indigenous people or just Americans
Yes,
in
yes,
general. It was
yes.
just oh.
Yeah. But listen. Who are the sickest people in the world? Okay.
Black
Who?
Americans, we got the
Go
biggest
ahead.
obesity, we got the highest obesity rates, the highest diabetes rates, disproportionately high cancer rates, prostate cancer for men, ovarian cancer for women. Yeah. Yep. And this is why we haven't been trusting them. But I'm telling you, if you're indigenous or not, and you here in America, you all should be
Yeah.
angry. You all should be angry that they allow people, foreign nationals, to come over here with their H-1 visas and their DACA statuses. What is it called? Deferred action for children, for deferred action for childhood arrivals from different nations. They will let them come over here. I thought they were going to medical school. Some of them do, but some of them came over here with their fake degrees. This is why they're hollering and screaming and crying and staging No King rallies.
Listen, it was some. It was to the tune of millions. It was millions of them. And we thought they were just really smart like that. It was millions of them handed over fake doctors and registered and RN degrees. Millions. Let's keep it real.
Millions. Wow.
Sent over here from our trust estate, sit in these damn hospitals and don't know shit. And they're practicing on us, giving you fake cancer diagnosis so they can make it. And the insurance company, all of them had all of them hands are dirty. All of them hands are dirty.
I can't tell you how many family members and friends I know who were not sick, didn't feel anything, went for a routine checkup, and they were told they had cancer. I got a sister-in-law who had her breast removed, no sicknesses, no nothing, just said she had cancer. I know people who said they had prostate cancer and went through all the chemotherapy. Now it's coming out that the chemotherapy is what was hurting people, but people were diagnosed and weren't even sick.
Misdiagnosed.
I'm sorry, Chief.
No,
misdiagnosed.
Okay. Misdiagnosed. And so, you know, how many of you, by once in the chat, we going somewhere tonight, guys. How many of you, by once in the chat, that, and if you are so-called melanated, it don't matter what so-called race you are, and you don't have to be ashamed here, because I'm speaking life into those of you who've been forced and didn't have like if you had a job and if you didn't take the shot, then I get it. I get it. By once in the chat, how many people do you know, and women, after taking the shot, had to have a hysterectomy? How many people you know that after taking that shot had to have a hysterectomy? By once in the chat. If you know somebody or yourself, put a one in the chat. If you know somebody that after taking the shot, they had to have a hysterectomy.
Oh yeah.
But once in the chat. Let's go somewhere. Let's be honest. We need to see these numbers. Let's be honest, guys.
Hysterectomy if they did what, Chief?
After taking the shot. Yes.
Shoot, hysterectomies, cancer.
Well, the reason I'm saying hysterectomy,
put on ventilators.
Well, I was just trying to narrow it down to. We know all the other stuff, but I'm just narrowing it down to hysterectomy.
Some ones in the chat.
See, because I know some Patty personally close to me. 4 months after she took the shot, she had to have a hysterectomy. And when they take that uterus, do a hysterectomy, you don't want to know what they're doing with that, guys. You do not want to know what they're doing with that. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. UCC 1-308, all rights reserved, freedom of speech. So we know that they probably trying to mess with the live tonight, but we're gonna get this thing through. We're gonna get it through. Come on, Kia. Speak. Come on through. Fab us up. Fab us up.
My mobile hotspot. I'm gonna try my mobile hotspot. See if that's better.
You good? Put them fabrics up, brothers and sisters. Put them fabrics up. We are the Christ
Like
conscious that
that.
have been
Ah,
resurrected and born again.
is that better?
We,
Is
we hear
that
you.
better? Okay,
Yeah.
good. I changed my internet. I turned on a different internet. Okay, they can hear me. Good, good. All right, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah,
They can
we
hear
are
me.
we are the dry bones that have come back together. We are those sleeping giants. Put them fabrics up, brothers
Yes,
and
sir.
sisters.
Feathers up,
We,
family. Hashtag freedom now. Hashtag freedom now to all of you, no matter where you are on this planet. Free hashtag freedom now. We are being delivered now. The scripture says, if you the scripture or ancient words say, the truth shall make you free. This is why so many people are angry with President Trump. They're staging no king rallies. They're calling him names. They're saying we're racist and not misogynistic, that we're xenophobic, because we're saying all these unlawful people that are here on our lands need to go. Now, Chief and I keep bringing this up, and then I'm going to be quiet. But Chief and I keep bringing this up about how all these people are over here. Look at this. And they're all making all this money. Six figures really isn't a whole lot when you got high inflation, but here in America is even, and all over the world, 100,000, it could go a long way, especially when the economy is stable. Now we know how East Indians from Asia make 100,000 on average. That means they make a whole lot more. The upper middle class, and the rich, the wealthy make even more of that. So they take an average of all the salaries. So the East Indians will make 100,500, Filipinos 83,000, Taiwanese 82,500, Sri Lankans 74,000, Japanese 72,000, Malaysians 70, Chinese bring home 69,000, Pakistani so-called Americans bring home 66,000, white Americans 59,900, Koreans bring home 59,200. Look at all these people that's on our heads. Indonesians 57,500. The average American make 56,200. Taiwanese or Thai make 55. Bangladesh make 50,000. Nepalis make 43. Hispanic Latinos make 43. African Americans make $35,000. And here, like Chief said in the beginning of the podcast, we were like, oh, maybe they're just smart. Maybe they got college degrees. They get medical degrees, that they're engineers, and they have two-parent households, and there's something we're doing wrong. In fact, I had somebody, Chief, that was on my post the other day, and they were saying, I'm East Indian from Asia, and I've been fifth generation here. And the reason why we're doing better than everybody else is because we have two-parent household, and our religion and our culture has us thriving. That's why we're doing well in America. And if the rest of y'all want to do it good like we do, y'all should be learning from us, smiley face. I was like, oh, the arrogance.
Yep.
I said, you don't get to brag when the land was stolen from my ancestors and given to your ancestors. And you get to claim that you're American and get free handouts, as well as you got stolen land and benefits and the privilege of calling yourself a citizen. You don't get to brag when something was stolen, but and here we are. We just take it. I'm gonna be quiet because
We're gonna see
I'm
how that
tired.
goes. Well, we're gonna see
Go ahead.
that SUN, put your ass in the frying pan, and we're gonna see if you smile it in. For those who smile and laugh now, cry and frown later on. We're gonna see how you smiling when that sun come out and put you in a pot like bacon. When somebody smiled in, because it's on its way. All the atrocities done to us guys, there've been some horrible and tremendous atrocities to each other. So why are we continuing to be derogatory toward each other? When these people have given the green light to murder us, the green light. We are being attacked at so many different levels. For any one of us to be attacking each other, you need to be had. You need to be had. When you play what she's getting ready to play, and they said millions, not no 500 1,000. That said millions of these Indian people in India, millions of them were given these fake doctor's degree. Now the whole system is changing because they can't stick their hands in our state right now. They were getting paid through our state. The money that they were getting paid to these fake degrees was coming from our state because the hospital wasn't paying it to them. They were getting paid from our
Mm-hmm.
state, and they come here with these big. Let me try to. I'm gonna try to chill, man. Come here like he's just so smart and arrogant, and
Mm-hmm.
he's just talking your talk and don't know. A lot of these people, they bring their people over here, and then they grandfather their other people to come in from the country. They hire them in a hospital as apprentice, and they learning firsthand on how to practice on people that don't even have any years of studying, of testing and doing. They don't have any of that. They bring them in as apprentice, like an apprentice, a barber, bring in an apprentice and teach them how to cut hair under them. This is what these people have been doing. And we come in there and we trust people in white suits. We have been brainwashed to trust people with a white suit on. And they practice on you. And then they're, matter of fact, there was a story out some time ago. This somebody, there was a whistleblower on this guy from India.
Mm-hmm.
He kept on diagnosing people, misdiagnosing people with cancer. Some of these people end up going to a different doctor, and the doctor said, "No, you don't have cancer." And then they could tell a person you might be highly acidic, and you feel really sick because your body needs oxygen. And then you go to these damn doctors and say, I feel a burning sensation in my stomach, my colon. When all you need to do is just cut out the meats and the sweets, start eating fruit, drinking alkaline water, put the alkaline in your body, get the stem cell patches, get them, the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, the EE system, and put light therapy through the body, and you're good. But they were not going to tell you that. He was telling people, oh, you need chemo, it's cancer. Then these people
Mm-hmm.
going there, the insurance that they have, they're running it up. The insurance company knows they've running it up, and they're giving him ransom fee to keep on bringing these people in. We got the black people got the worst eating habits. We
Mm-hmm.
eat the worst food. We eat for people who don't love us, eating all this greasy food, all this sugar. You go in these stores in the black neighborhood, right when you walk in, you get diabetes just looking at the food. They got cupcakes, these cheap ass sweet drinks with this Beetlejuice dye in it, and honey buns and cakes and Snickers and right there in the front. But you go anywhere else in the other neighborhoods, you walk in the stores, you walk in the gas station, they got apple, oranges, grapes, and healthy things. And they
Mm-hmm.
train our people. They train our children to eat sweets. Then you go to any city schools in the morning, the lunch they eat is all jack like prison lunch. Then after lunch, they send them up to the nurse to take these pills. And the mom is getting a check every month, make sure that their children stay on these medications. And so it's a pipeline from high school to prison. Are you guys with me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you with
Mm-hmm.
me? That's a pipeline for the young man. And the children are acting all crazy because they did ate that nasty, crazy food. They took these medications. And then after lunch hour, the second course of high school, they end up fighting the teachers, losing their mind, going crazy, can't sit down, can't be still, because true education was never meant for the indigenous people, but for the other nation of people.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me? I see what goes on. I worked in the high school and saw what was happening in these high schools. And I want that to stop. And it is going to stop because the indigenous people and indigenous people of gods and goddesses have been resurrected in the mind. We are the Christ conscious, and we ain't waiting on no damn Jesus to do nothing for us when we can do it our damn self.
Come on, Steve.
We ain't waiting on no damn Jesus. All these atrocities happen. You talk about no, we have the power within us to change this shit. And until we do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it. It's gonna take us to wake up, come together under one authority, give honors and praise to the great spirit of celestial family, have love, honor, and respect, and operate in dignity, and we will have the power within us to change the foundation of what we've been dealing with right now. It's time for that. I'm not playing. I don't have time to be fucking around with nobody. I don't have time for nobody to be saying shit about me, man. If you got a problem with me, put some gloves on. Let's box. How about that? Let's box that shit on now. It's boxed. And that's makeup. I'm gonna black your eye, and I'm gonna pick you up and give you a steak and a milkshake, and let's go ahead and fight the real fight, man.
I saw who is Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, speaking at a conference, and I reported on this when he spoke at a conference, and he was saying a lot of people that were here illegally have to go back home. Well, there was a woman from East India, from Asia, who stood up and said, "Wait a minute, though, Indians in the United States of America, we have agreements." And I was like, "What?" And she said, "We've contributed greatly to this economy. So why should we have to go back home? We feel like we're being targeted. We have H-1B visas here." Marco Rubio said, "Well, I'm a son of immigrants too, immigrant parents, and we contributed to society too. But we have a huge migratory problem in America where people have used loopholes to get to America and then remain in America and apply for a green card after they overstayed their visas. So we had to mitigate this issue." He said, "Now, I know it's uncomfortable for everybody, but it's going to be some bumps in the road until we get this problem figured out." So I was like, I thought that was interesting. And I was like, we see some of everybody here, but we're going to talk about how these people here on H-1B visas make a whole lot of money here, Chief. And their children, because I worked in higher education at many different institutions of higher education, colleges, PWIs, Black, they call them predominantly white institutions, white colleges. The minority scholarships that are earmarked for African Americans or people classified as Black will go to the Indians. So the minority scholarships in STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, all those that leads into medicine or engineering were given to the Indian children. I know what I'm talking about. I was there. So I yield to you, Chief, because I know you got a lot of receipts to bring up. And this isn't, we're not trying to target people or disrespect, but they've been playing in our faces. While they walking around, being snooty and being disrespectful to us. But to pretend like you're a medical doctor and you're not, and you're harming Americans, you got to go back home. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed or guilty for saying this. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I just see, you walk by certain people, they clutch their purse and stuff like that. Shit, that the money you got, that damn purse come from our state. How about that? How about that? Because you're getting paid from our states, the indigenous people's states. When people been in prison, they pull them from this state so that other people can live their heaven on earth in America. Listen, if we cut down that 80 to 90% down to 40% of our people being in prison, that would cause a mass of bankruptcy amongst all the other people. If we cut the ability down for them, because when the prison system came into existence in it started booming in the late 70s and the 80s, after the crack, when they were in prison, people made a lot of money. They started bringing in so many people, these other nations of people, man. And then, see, they're not telling you guys, this is how they can pay them more. See, they can pay for a job that we may say a so-called regular RN nurse that's Black would probably be making starting off 27 or 30 bucks an hour.
Yeah.
But they're not telling you, and they stay quiet about it. Let them Indian folks come over here with these fake doctor's degrees or these fake registered nurse degrees. They make like $200 and $300 an hour.
Wow.
And this is why, and they work less. They work less. They don't work hard. We work twice as hard as they do, as a people. And they can take vacation. This is why, as a nurse, they can take time off and not be stressed. To be honest, the whistleblower has happened. The gig is up. The sleeping giants are up, and the dry bones are coming back together. So the atrocities has to stop. So this information, kid, you're gonna play the clip so they can hear it.
Okay.
So the atrocities have to stop. It's because we are awakening right now. So the truth has to come out. What's in the dark, it's time to come out. And the minute you're gonna find out about the religions and all that, it's gonna come out. The thing is are you too indoctrinated to separate from the lie that's been told to you? Have you fallen in love with the rapist who raped you and took your virginity? Have you fallen in love with the rapist and making excuses for the person that took your virginity?
Chief,
When
that first
you
one you sent,
go
go
ahead,
ahead, go ahead.
go,
The
go
first
ahead.
one you
That's it.
sent me is the first one you sent me. It says this page isn't available right now.
Come on,
Look
Kim.
at this. Look. This, mm-hmm,
Ooh,
mm-hmm. This may be because of a technical error that we're working to get fixed. Try reloading the page. I'm gonna try to reload the page.
I think something
See?
else, man.
Let me see if it's on my what happens in my my phone, because you sent it to my phone. I'm sure it's the same link, but I'm gonna just check and see. Oh man, this is crazy. Let me go to
Ooh, the day I be on that ass. That's what's happening. That's crazy.
mm-hmm. Okay, let me get out of here, see if it comes up on my phone. Let me stop sharing. Okay, I hit the
Y'all, they just did this bus in India where they were selling fake degrees. Like, I want to say close to 1 million fake degrees circulating, even out here in the United States. 1 million fake degrees sold by an Indian crime ring. Buyers used them for jobs and visas abroad, including the United States. The fake degrees are for doctors, nurses, and engineers. And over 100,000 fake degrees from 22 universities were seized, with police saying another million are in circulation. India supplies the largest share of migrant doctors in the United States. 59,000 to 62,000 doctors from India practice in the U.S. Many hold Indian medical degrees. Top states: New Jersey, Florida, New York, California. About 32,000 Indian-born registered nurses work in the U.S. Indian nurses often come with diplomas or BSs from India. Y'all, they just did this bus in India where they were selling fake degrees. Like, I want to say close to 1 million fake degrees circulating, even out here in the United States. 1 million fake degrees sold by an Indian crime ring. Buyers used them for jobs and visas abroad, including the United States. The fake degrees are for doctors, nurses, and engineers. And over 100,000 fake degrees from 22 universities were seized, with police saying another million are in circulation. India supplies the largest share of migrant doctors in the United States. 59,000 to 62,000 doctors from India practice in the U.S. Many hold Indian medical degrees. Top states: New Jersey, Florida, New York, California. About 32,000 Indian-born registered nurses work in the U.S. Indian nurses often come with diplomas or BSs from India. Y'all, they just did this.
All right. I'm
So,
glad you
brothers
sent
and
it to my
sisters,
phone. Go ahead. Say it again.
because I knew they were going to try to do that. So, guys, we caught them with their hands in the cookie jar. They were brought here as infiltration, and these colleges were in on it too.
Mm.
The
Oh,
insurance
sir.
companies were in on it too, brothers and sisters.
Mm.
Now you see why I've been saying let's come together under one authority. Because
Mm-hmm.
now you see why I've been saying all this time that they're running a full court press on the
Mm.
indigenous people. Now you
Mm.
see how imperative it is for us to come together under one authority. You ain't got to like each other, man, but shut. Cause they don't like each other but they come together under one authority. Why? Because them coming together under one authority means that they stay over us. So it's time for us to come together under one authority. Now you heard, so any other nation of people, if you want to see why Kia is homing in on what she's talking about, I'm homing in on what we're talking about because they're trying to snuff us up out of here.
Mm-hmm. Chief, I want you to hear what Say's Garden says. Say's Garden says, when I worked in universities in the registrar's office, I would reject their degrees and make them start all the way over with credits. We had a list, she said. Mm.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
I
Um,
had somebody told me in the hospital. I got a lot of people uh that are working in these hospitals. My daughter's mom was a nurse practitioner,
okay.
and uh and I have a lot of other people, the family members, and I was told my daughter's mom had told me some time ago. She said that and and a few other nurses. I know a lot of nurses said that these they don't say anything
Mm,
because the doctors bring in who they want to bring in. They grandfather, and they bring these people in. The doctors have so much power that they don't say anything. They know that these people ain't got no college degrees, so but they bring these people in and they
mm,
teach them, and why they making prime dollar. So you got people practicing on you who don't even have the experience, knowing
mm,
medications, knowing when they see a person. And this is why you have so much malpractice going on in the damn hospitals. This is
mm,
why.
mm.
You roll the dice if you go to these damn hospitals, man. And you roll the dice, man.
You are.
You roll the
Chief,
dice, man.
I want you to hear what Aboriginal American says. They tested 36,000 Indian H-1B1 visa holders and found that only 1.6% were competent. Out of the 36,000 they tested, less than 2%, 1.6% were competent. Mm, 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 mm.
We sick and tired of this stuff, man. They allow the Russians are taking over the trucking industry. And you got brothers working for these Russian, and they struggling, can't make the money because they corner. They allow these foreigners to corner every market, man.
Every
And while
market.
we while we over here struggling, it's brothers and
Mm-hmm.
sisters. Put the one in the chat if you're ready for this to stop. When you got people like me and Dr. Kia putting out this kind of information, man, Rod, hey, brother, Bay and whoever, putting out the information, man. And it's not so much about we ain't racist, man. So we racist because we tell the truth about the atrocities being done to us. You can kick rocks.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Mm-hmm.
kick rocks, man.
Mm-hmm.
We
It's
sick and
only,
tired of it.
yeah. Um, there's nowhere else in the world you can go and infiltrate people's country by taking over jobs and every segment of their society, except for here in America. They say they're tired of it, Chief. I see ones in the chat.
Now you guys see why all this time, because and listen, see how diabolical the system is. Here at the black malls, especially at Western Mall in Atlanta, Georgia, they would come with an A's truck. It's a truck,
Mm,
an A's truck that will ride up to the front of the mall entrance where the people go in, play rap music, have candy, donuts out there, and got our people thinking that they really care enough about them that they're gonna give you a proper reading on your status. And I seen that truck, and I'm like, they giving people a fake positive that you're positive, so that they can go get the medication,
mm,
and then they'll pay you to take the medication, and the medication is what's weakening your immune system to make it feel like you
mm.
got AIDS, man. Come on, man, I'm on this shit, man. I'm on it. And I'm getting pissed off. I said, man, don't go in there and get tested. Then
Don't
you do
do
the
it.
you find that the money behind who owned that company is probably some JEW. And it's infiltration. Our people as a whole are like lambs. You should want to be a lamb, like that Bible say, as the shepherd, and that you are a lamb, because lambs are slaughtered. And the
They just
shepherd was
okay.
really the shepherd is really the wolf.
Oh yeah, the shepherd. Pastors will teach you when you're in leadership. The shepherd carries the staff. On the one end of the staff is a hook, so they can come and yoke you and yank the sheep. And the other end of the staff was so you can beat the lamb or the sheep into submission. That's
So
what
so
that
you
whole
so
staff is.
yeah, so your religion got you being a sheep. You're a sheeple.
Yeah. Chief,
I'm
somebody
not
asked. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Someone asked, Can you give me a hint? Where did you get your info? I don't know, Luna, if you're talking to us or not, or somebody in the chat, but let me just show you I don't know if you're talking about this, what we're talking about. Here it is. I just Google Indian selling fake degrees because there's so many articles. I didn't know where to start. I'm just going to say, here it is. Rampant fraud plagues Indian medical schools. Lots paid for fake medical degrees. India, long-term medical school entrance exam fraud. Medical education scams busted. 3,600 fake degrees. So, I mean, I don't even know where to get started. Several fake doctors. Authorities seized over 100,000 fake degrees. It's just so many. You just keep scrolling and find a whole bunch of articles to support the claim. Now, I just reported the other day, I think Keith and I were both live. Oh, what's going on with my, I don't know what's going on with my, can you hear me, Chief?
Your voice kind of glitching a bit.
Lord. Okay. We were just talking about just the other day, I showed the stats where 250,000 out of 900,000 physicians, 250,000 are immigrants, and a great portion of those are unlawful immigrants here illegally. Well, actually, everybody, all of them are here unlawfully. But when I say illegally, they have a green card, or they don't have a United States citizenship. But what people don't understand is even United States citizenship is unlawful. It might be legal according to United States Incorporated, but it has nothing to do with the Republic. And I'll yield. You want more receipt, Chief, or you want to get more commentary first? I'm breaking up. Can you hear me, Chief?
Yeah, but I hear you. We hear you right. We hear you well. I hear you well.
Okay. Some people said, don't get it twisted. The Chinese too were here illegally with fake degrees.
All of them are, even the Africans too. All of them. It ain't just if it's them, it's all of them. It ain't just them. It's all of them.
Go ahead.
All of them are in on it.
And what they do, because I worked for a medical school, University of Louisville, for people that say how you know and you know what kind of doctor you are. I have a PhD. I don't have an MD. I have a PhD, but I work for the University of Louisville School of Medicine. And what they do is either they come from abroad with their fake degrees, or they enter medical school and get a bona fide degree, and then they work in a Black neighborhood. They work in a Black neighborhood, and when you work in a Black neighborhood or a rural, poor white neighborhood, but mostly they would choose the inner city. Because when you do that, after you get your MD, your medical degree, all your student loans would go away magically. Because you served in a medically underrepresented area, meaning you served practicing on Black folk. And a small percentage of their rural white folk.
That was an incentive for them to work in our neighborhood. And you got people working on you and practicing on you with a smile on their face and hate in their heart. Hate and evil in their hearts. Brothers and sisters, it's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up. Time to wake up, brothers. It's time not to be fighting each other and anything. And did you take this medication? We're giving this information because we're trying to save not only you, but save your children. That's what we're doing. This is a very important line because we got people, but people got caught with their hands in the cookie jar, get these fake degrees, and it's just not them. It's all of them that are brought over here. Look at the amount of people in these hospitals with these white jackets on, and then it makes sense because the sickest people with the worst health are the so-called Black people. And then we run into these hospitals where you got most of the people in them hospitals. I see Asians, Africans, Indians, all in that hospital, most of them, because they get all these street degrees, and then we thinking, oh, they just that smart. Some of those degrees, most of the people can't even handle that workload. The people that I know, they actually had to study. My uncle was a dope head when he was younger, up until his early mid-20s. Got divorced from his wife. He fought his ass off. My dad and mom allowed him to stay with us.
Mhm.
He fought his ass. He would get up and walk and go to med school to the point he became a registered nurse, one of the head charge nurse at Mercy Hospital in Gary, Indiana.
Mhm.
Worked his ass off, dug deep. See, we have to work 10 times harder to get something, and people come over here getting lay downs and acting like they just that smart. But those days are over with right now, guys. So Trav, those days are over with.
Chief, you said something about earlier, and it might have been in the conversation you and I had before we came on live, about people classified as Black or African Americans being disproportionately diagnosed with cancer. So I said, well, let me look it up because I don't want to just say something.
Yeah, that was a doctor, Indian doctor, who was misdiagnosing people with cancer on purpose. And somebody actually, I got this story this had to be about 6 or 7 years ago when I got this story. And it was an
Mhm.
Indian doctor. Somebody blew the whistle on him because he was working with the insurance companies. He had a fake degree, misdiagnosed
Mm.
people with cancer, and the people went down. So
Mm.
let me get a second, let me get a second, go to a second doctor and see if I get the same diagnosis that I got. But they were saying that you don't have anything. People
Mm.
come to find out he
Mm.
was misdiagnosed with people, a plethora of people with cancer. And then they have to get
Mm.
radiation, they sick and take the medication, and we're making money for the insurance company and get kickbacks. You found that story?
I didn't know if I'm gonna look at that story, but this one AI says Black Americans face significant disparities in cancer. While Black men have the highest overall cancer incidence rate of any racial or ethnic group, Black women actually have a lower overall incident rate than white women. However, across the board, Black individuals experience a heavier cancer burden and higher mortality rates. In the early 2000s, there was an insurgence or a high amount of Black women or women classified as Black who were pregnant and diagnosed with cancer. And all these babies were born with cancer and had cancer in the
Ooh.
womb. And I'm like, so I started asking some of these women, like, did you take anything? And this wasn't any type of it wasn't like I didn't have enough of a sample to say that this is the reason why. But a lot of these women, when they would go to their checkups, would get certain, shots. And they didn't even put it together that could have been what was causing the cancer in their womb. But they target us because we were the prisoners of war. And then they told us we're dumb. We don't want a college education. We need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We don't try hard enough. And here it is. They was playing in our faces the whole time.
It's a new day. It's a new guys. The knowledge is increasing. What was hidden in the dark is coming to the light. And we're going to get our position back as the indigenous and indigenous owners of this land. And we're going to get our states back. And we're going to start operating with honor toward each
Yes.
other. And we're going to live the way we were supposed to live, with dignity. Stop acting like chimpanzees, monkeys, and baboons. Put down the guns. Put down the knives. Put down the all that you have with your brother and sister. And let's be righteous toward each other, guys. And let's fight this war together. Because we fight this war together, it's about to protect our grandchildren. If we don't get our shit together right now, then we're going to make things worse for our grandchildren. We need to get our shit together, get this wealth, and teach our children, man, the truth. And the truth is not going to come from the westernized religion. The truth is not going to come from your damn religion telling you a Black African Americans you came on slave ship and they give me 10% if you want a gift and blessing from the Most High. That's not going to do it. We're not falling for that shit anymore. And if you still stuck in religion, thinking that you have a saving salvation that's going to come down here and wraps you from the madness that you keep on creating over and over again for yourself. You're going to have a hard, long life, man. I moved past that. I moved with intention. The saving
Yes, sir.
salvation is within me. The saving salvation is in me, and I can manifest what I want to. And I don't have any ill feelings toward nobody else. And I can manifest and speak what I want. I got clarity, insight, foresight on this world, and that way you can manifest what you want to. So we are manifesting together that we are getting ready to re-emerge as the people,
Absolutely.
the angelic beings on earth. We're not taking it no more for these people over here practicing on us, living like they kingpins in our own land that belong to us through trust. Those days are over with.
Come on, Chief. Come on, Chief. Now, I don't know what this
Over with.
is, Chief. Sorry. Should I go on? I don't, you sent me this one, Chief. Play it. Are they playing this? Chief, can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you now.
Okay, I don't know if you saw this video. You said, hold on 1 minute. Trump just got 70 billion. Okay, I'm about to bring that. Trump, somebody asked me, what is that for? 70 billion for immigration, that's for? Yes, Trump just got 70 billion for immigration, meaning that he's going to use that to get pay ICE workers and to pay USCIS and Border Patrol to get all these illegal immigrants out of our country. So the Supreme Court ruled in his favor that he could have $70 billion to do that. Okay, here we go, Chief.
Black fucking.
Let me, hold on. Start over. Can you hear me, Chief?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
This man in there got some balls. Watch this shit.
This is gonna be an unpopular fucking opinion. I'm gonna call you out, and you motherfuckers don't seem to fucking damn. Every single one of you over there boycotting Asian business and spreading more Asian hate.
Ooh, you can tell she's starving. She mad as hell. Black people stop shopping at them stores. Oh, now you realizing the black people got all the buying power.
You fucking black fucking people with your black fatigue, okay? And what your people call niggerism. Yeah, not my words. Those are your people words. You people that is living in that black culture mentality, the poor victim mentality, thinking that people still owe you fucking reparation. Yeah, you motherfuckers. I'm the one talking to you motherfuckers. One of you failing black. And then you want to blame everybody else. You see this whole side case and Mr. Chow? None of this would have happened if you motherfuckers raise your fucking kids right. That fucking little boy witnessed some of this son is still fucking okay. Now, I might not agree with Mr. Chow Chase.
Oh, that was the guy who unalived a young man, an Asian guy unalived a young black guy, and I think they said the black guy was trying to steal in the store.
The fucking boy is shooting him in Timbuktu, okay, wherever the fuck he is. That's the crazy part. If you had disciplined your fucking boy right, he wouldn't be in some store trying to steal fucking 50 cents in the first place, okay?
She right on that one.
Not only that, you go and attack the fucking attorney defending his clients. Here's the truth of the matter. There are 7 black jurors who found your kid responsible, making Mr. Chow, okay, not guilty because they understand your fucking culture, your mentality. You failed your kid. Your society failed your kid. Your mentality failed your kid. Your fucking attitude failed your.
Oh, we got 2 things happening here. 2 things can be true at the same time. What that Chinese lady, Asian lady, whoever she is telling the truth. Community is fucked up. Black women are raising their kids bad. But the next part that black people ain't realizing is that he's mad because black people are boycotting them. And the only reason why they care is because black people are the ones going to their stores. Their stores are actually in the black community. He's mad because black people determine whether they eat or not. Black people control a lot of money in the world. All the companies really market to black people. Nike markets to black people. Black people may be the poor people, but we see the most. That is a bad thing for our community. But the good thing is they will use us, black people. They use us to the death. She mad than a motherfucker that she needs us. That Chinese lady is mad that her future of her family depends on black people, depends on niggas. She don't want this to bleed over to other communities, so she trying to shame us. Make y'all be like, point. I'm gonna come shop at your store because I can afford it. You can't keep me out your store. That what she think. She think niggas stupid. Everybody else do that. Gucci do that. Louis Vuitton do that. You go into Louis Vuitton, they'll act like they don't want you to buy. Need our money, your generation to be better. People will put their business in our community. They'll live outside our community and look down on us. Black people that try to open up big stores, Chinese people won't even sell you the stuff, and if they do, they raise the price up. So black people got to raise their prices up to black people, and you thinking that black people like always trying to charge more. No, it's because people charge us more because they want us to not have businesses in our own community. So they charge us more money when we go get our products from the Chinese people and the cheap products. We'll go get the products from them, and they'll charge us more money. So we got to raise the price. Then they'll sell it for cheaper to the Asian store around the corner, so they can have cheaper prices. So people will go to them. They sticking together, baby. Now, y'all black women will start wearing y'all natural hair and stay the fuck out them weave shops. You see how many people on black people's like failure and them being stupid ghettos to fund their life. They depend on stupid niggas buying products from them to fund their life. I ain't never seen.
Oh my. Okay, Chief.
Let me explain something to you guys. And I'm thorough with what I'm about to say. That so-called Chinese lady that was talking was a paid actor. That's clickbait. That person right there was a paid actor. The so-called boy, I didn't even hear this of the so-called guy that got shot or whatever. That story is a fake story. They're trying to gaslight the so-called black men and women into reacting. They're trying to gaslight us. I'm thorough with this. That's nothing but a psyop. That woman is an actor. I know an actor when I see one. Because Chinese people ain't got that fucking kind of courage to fucking talk like that. Do you hear me?
I've never heard
she
of
ain't
it.
got she ain't got the real Chinese lady ain't got the courage to talk like that. Okay then? Because if you talk like that, you know, you can be met. And we're gonna see how you feel and say that to our faces. So that's an actor with them shades on like that. So that's a paid actor that did that, trying to get. And true stories like this don't get. I often say, brothers and sisters, that anything that's trending on these platforms is what you call psychological warfare. Okay then, social engineering and psychological warfare. So that's be emotionally intelligent. Okay, that's a paid actor right there, running a damn paid actor to excite people up. That's what that is. I know the truth. I know I've been doing that shit for a long time. I know frauds and fakes when I see it. And ain't no Asian woman got that kind of courage to talk that way. Ain't got that kind of courage because she can be met, you know. So that's an actor. The whole story about the so-called black boy getting shot and all, that's fake. Because if it happened in real life, they won't put it on here for everybody to see. They wouldn't do that. So it's fake. See, this is what I know. And I want you guys to know. This is what I've been studying this stuff for years. That's what I've been telling you guys. Learn psychological warfare.
Okay.
Control opposition, numerology, gematria, control the law of reversal, social engineering. This is why I've been saying study this stuff, because it would be hard to deceive you when you know these things like I do. You know to look at people. The first thing you do when you share a story on this platform, well, the first thing that should come to your head is that's a paid actor.
Okay.
That's the first thing we do, because they don't allow real stories. Okay, then they come on they run rapid on these platforms. They don't allow that. These platforms right here, I can remember, guys, some of you might remember about 7 or 8 years ago, and this was running, people were sending this through these Facebook messages of these two or three so-called white boys, right, white young men, had this black girl, and they had this rope, and they were pulling her, and she had the rope, and she was like gagging, like that gagging, and they were pulling,
Mm-hmm.
and people were sending this through Facebook Messenger. When it was sent to me and I saw it, I got pissed off because I'm saying this shit is fake as hell, and but the
Mm-hmm.
average mind can't see that this is fake, and it was trying to gaslight us to be so angry and mad. We going out there and doing things and shoot us and lock us up. We got to be
Mm-hmm.
smarter than that, brothers. Are you guys with me? We got to
Yes,
be
sir.
smarter than that. So they would let this run through Facebook messages of these guys. They were pulling, and the girl was like a teenager. She was gagging. And I said, this shit pissed me off because the average person gonna see that and they're gonna respond after that. The average so-called black person. So we have to have a certain amount of emotional intelligence to know
Mm-hmm.
actors that are on here. I got plenty of receipts of these people claiming to be shot in war. I saw these foreigners holding these old raggedy and life-size dogs and trying to pass them off as one of their children get blown up. We got to be smarter than that, guys. Okay, and I'm glad I'm here, and I'm trying to educate you guys. The first thing you should see, that woman was talking right there. That was acting. That was
Okay.
acting.
It makes
Okay,
sense.
it was acting. So don't let that have you going into an Asian store and doing anything crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. But they're gonna get it. They're gonna get theirs. They're gonna get it.
What?
Trust me. Anybody that had a hand in our demise is gonna pay for it.
Why are they trying to rage bait everybody, Chief? What's the point of that?
Because when you cause chaos, that keep people from really seeing clear. When people are angry and upset, you don't make a right conscious decision.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I'm trying to do is teach our brothers and sisters when you get angry, you should be clear-headed. That's the time to say, that's the time to be quiet. And look, don't let them bait us. That's clickbait right there.
Mm, mm,
Don't get so emotional and mad that you go out there and you're doing something. No.
mm.
When you get angry, well, when I get angry, really angry, I get quiet and I watch because I know that if you make a decision off of frustration, 90% of the time it won't be the best decision for you. You're gonna either end up 6 feet under or six in the penitentiary behind those walls because you made a decision that you don't have any emotional clarity and intelligence in making that decision. So never make a
Yes.
decision when you're angry. So what they're trying to do, they saw this stuff used to work in the past when they
Mm,
would put out. But listen, ever since the '60s with civil rights, those black people, those were actors. Those dogs and police were actors. They've been doing this shit for a while. Are you with me?
mm. I'm with you.
The civil rights, the NAACP are paid agents and actors, just like Black Lives Matter. All of us is shit show, brothers and sisters. All of it. And we figured it out. And we're not falling for that shit no more. Now we
The
want these people out.
NAACP.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Go
they're
ahead.
fake. They're fake.
They fighting right now against President Donald Trump because he's trying to get rid of illegal immigrants.
Man, kick rocks, man. Kick rocks, man. This is how you know the NAACP is full of shit. Because what we just said, what we just played, showing you what these people are doing to us. The NAACP can kick fucking rocks, man. They don't speak for me. They don't speak for what we're saying right there. Tell the NAACP to play that clip about the Indians since you care about so-called black people so much. You won. So kick rocks and the NAACP don't speak for me.
I heard that, Chief.
Roland Martin don't speak for me. Another paid agent and actor. Just like Omar, all of them are paid agents. I know them when I see them. Because they won't play this clip right here. They won't play the clip about these Indians.
Mm-mm.
They won't play that. You're gonna get the best news from us, people like us on the ground level. They would never put me and you on the news, ever. Because they don't put real stories on television. They don't do that. That's what not, I mean, most stories are not real there. But you know, they got Trump, Mr. T out they're using that character to end the beast system because it's time. Their time is up. They're using the character, him, to end the beast system, and they taught most of our brothers and sisters can't even see whether they're going left or right. That what he's doing is for the betterment of us.
Mm.
And you got people out there, some of our people talk about leave them alone. Man, shut up and get behind. You see what these people are doing to you? So this is why, we got to come together, bro. Those of us in the north, we have to come together.
Yes,
Nobody
sir.
is speaking for us the way that we're going to speak to each other on these platforms. Nobody is going to speak on our behalf like we're doing.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You ready for the next one?
Yeah, the woman and said that up until 2021 they play that one.
The one, I
With
see
the
a
white lady
TikTok.
talking.
Okay, I see
Uh-huh.
TikTok, make your day. I don't know if it's that one. Make your day, new video. Okay, I'm just gonna go see what you're talking about right here. Hold on, Chief. Thank you for almost 900 people being in the chat. Please hit the like button, family. Oh, let me see what this one's talking about. I don't think this is the one you're talking about. Let's see. What's this one, Chief? Want to hold on a minute or no?
Let me see what it is. I'm gonna expound on it when it comes up.
Okay.
Oh, that's the one about reincarnation. But we'll come to that later on. But that's letting people know that there ain't no heaven and hell you're going to. Earth is it. But that's that clip right there showing people about incarnation. All the stuff about you dying
Okay.
and going to heaven and streets of gold is to gaslight you out of experiencing that here on earth.
Okay, this might be, hopefully this is the one. Okay, here we go. Make sure you hit the like button, family. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, what's this? Oh, wait a minute. I thought I pulled it up. I did. So we've had time tonight trying to get these videos up. Go back out, back in. Thank you for joining us, family. We really appreciate it. Okay, I think I got it up for Chief. It's all the way over here, though. It's in your Google Photos, Chief.
Well, there's.
It says Google Photos. I don't think I could bring it up. It says Alan McGraw. I see your name. Hold on. It won't let me get on there. It won't let me click on it. Hold on. For some reason, it won't let me click on it.
Let's see if I see something right quick.
Okay.
Just about. Oh, I think I got it right here. Let me see something.
Yeah, we got to be aware of energy vampires. I agree. I agree. We got to stay calm, family. Who's that said that? Lisa said, stay calm. Now I can calm down. They can calm down. The sound is in and out. Yeah, we've been having some issues here.
Okay, but listen, I'm a play it from my phone, and I'm gonna put it for you guys
Okay.
to hear it with this. So hold on for a second.
Okay.
Some issues here. Okay, but listen, I'm a play it from my phone, and I'm gonna put. This is funny.
I know.
Hold on.
Can't be waking folks up now, Chief. You're doing too much, trying to wake up the masses.
They won't even let it play. The volume play.
Oh wow.
Oh, hold on for a second, man. Let me try it again.
Okay.
They full of it, man. They full of it. Hold on a second. One second.
Hashtag freedom now in the chat, family, if you know it's our time. We all being liberated. Freedom now. Yes, I see your comments. I don't know how y'all been feeling, but for the last couple weeks, I was extremely tired. And then I called Chief today and I was like, Chief, I just feel so stressed. You know, it's not like I'm not doing anything extra. I just feel like tension. I can feel tense. So I think.
Okay, here you go, guys. Watch this right here.
Okay.
And I've got to
Hold up right here.
indigenous to Turtle Island. We're European.
We'll.
I'm not starting
Okay,
my
come
day until we address this. And I've got to use your comment because if I use one of the natives to address this situation, they'll just block me and act like they didn't do anything wrong. I want to come right out the gate and remind every motherfucker looking at this video that it was legal. It was legal to kill indigenous people in the state of Colorado and steal their land until 2021. Until 2021. This seems to be an older person's theme because I don't see a lot of younger folk who live in the state of Colorado utilizing this absolutely fucking tone deaf way to be connected to something. But this is bullshit. We are not indigenous to Colorado. We're not even indigenous to Turtle Island. We're European American.
Wow.
Let me say it one more time. One more time.
We're European Americans. I'm not starting my day until we address this. And I've got to use your comment because if I use one of the natives to address this situation, they'll just block me and act like they didn't do anything wrong. I want to come right out the gate and remind every motherfucker looking at this video that it was legal. It was legal to kill indigenous people in the state of Colorado and steal their land until 2021. Until 2021. This seems to be an older person's theme because I don't see a lot of younger folk who live in the state of Colorado utilizing this absolutely fucking tone deaf way to be connected to something. But this is bullshit. We are not indigenous to Colorado. We're not even indigenous to Turtle Island. We're European Americans.
Yep, I found the articles. Chief, to support your claim and to support what you just said. You can Google it. I did. I just Googled it, and here it is. Here's one article right here. Far too late. Colorado governor rescinds 1864 order to unalive Native Americans. This was published August 21st at 30 p.m. Eastern. And if you Google it, you'll see a whole lot of articles pop up to claim that it's indeed legal to unalive indigenous people. All the way up to 2021. I'm gonna show it right here. See, I asked Google if it was to unalive indigenous people and steal their land until 2021. Look at all of the articles. USA Today, NPR, Colorado government rescinds a piece of anti-Native American law. Colorado government 64 Native Americans and so on and so forth. All the way down here. Removing Native Americans from their land. That's a Library of Congress publication. Oh my God. Okay, Chief. I think I can agree that you're right. Here's one, the United States independence. is masked in something. Let me see that. What they're talking about here. What's United States independence masked in? God, they just been doing so many harmful things on
A
these
lot is happening.
lands.
A lot of it's going on, guys.
Mm.
A lot is going on. That's what I'm saying. This is way more than just an RV happening. This is a shift that's taking place amongst the indigenous and indigenous people here in America. And those of us that's awake, this is why we got to continue to cover, love, and respect each other, because there's a lot getting ready to happen out with the old and in with the new. It's our time to
Mm.
raise back up into the position that we were supposed to be in for the first place.
So it says, while many people across the United States are off enjoying the 4th of July weekend, this American holiday serves as a painful reminder of this country's violent history, which many are still unaware of and which continues to be felt today across this stolen land. Independence Day, a United States federal holiday, commemorates the day the Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence of the United States on the 4th of July of 1776. While the United States and its settlers claimed its independence from Great Britain, this came at a cost to others, including this land's indigenous people and Africans that were stolen from their own homelands and forced into slavery. This patriotic holiday is nothing to celebrate because freedom cannot come to the cost of another person's freedom, especially on stolen land amongst stolen peoples. Woo-wee. I just
I
thought I'd
don't.
leave that right there.
Something. I believe something may happen major on or before the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that the Declaration of Independence was not the end of slavery. It just changed slavery from one individual owning slave to the corporate entity, corporate United States owning slave. It actually expanded slavery. I'm just saying. Chicago said, I just saw a UFO. All right.
Guys, if anything is in that sky, you're gonna see it will be our celestial family cloaked into clouds. This is why you've been seeing a lot of cloud activity in the inner cities across America, especially here in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, because there's activity happening. You got clouds that's cloaked, ships that are cloaked into cloud. So they've been doing a lot of cloud seeding. They got these factories that creates clouds in the air and make it rain and cover the sun to try to hide the sun because there's so much activity happening in the heavens. So your religion that you're in got you so far from being able to handle the truth that's getting ready to come out. It got you so detached from it, got you believing in a savior that's going to come to save you. When you got energy and power and the sun is getting ready to activate the indigenous and indigenous people children of the sun. This is why they're coming out with these movies, The Great Separation Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why they got the movie that came out 2 years ago, the Supercell, and the X-Men and women were all about us. Come on, man. So, but you have to clean your heart. Your heart has to be light as a feather. You got to get rid of the hate, the envy, malice, and jealousy out your heart and speak high vibration, because only that light can enter into our light soul. They got to be empty for the clutter. Then you can manifest. And this is what they want. They have to keep the so-called indigenous, so-called black men and women in chaos. They have to. They want to gaslight us with this fake action on TV, fake wars, this fake Asian lady talking like she got big balls and she just got paid. She's a crisis actor. She's an actor. We got to be smarter than that. We got to be righteous toward each other. And that way we can manifest and speak whatever language, ancient tongue that rolls from your mouth into the heavens at nighttime. Well, at nighttime, when it was quiet like that, get up and speak that language, man. And I asked the ancestors, the Great Spirit, that he said, well, my people are just calling my name. We got to just call to the ancestors, call up the Great Spirit, man. He said, cry out. It's time to be radical, guys. They don't want us to be radical together. They don't want that. They do not want us to be radical together. Stop being radical toward each other and let's be radical together. How about that? Radical toward the injustice being done to the indigenous and indigenous people which this land belongs to. Our wealth, they're living off our wealth and they are proudful about it because we're stuck on stupid arguing and fussing and fighting with each other and lying on each other. If you see any so-called black person, indigenous people, on here running their damn mouth about another person, you should get their ass up off that. We should start judging these people and get your ass off these platforms, lying and talking about people because we don't have time for that shit, man. We don't have time for it. If you see anybody still doing that shit, and even the haters are watching this, cut your shit out and join the team. Because you could be gone if you don't do it. Join the team and stop this bullshit of talking about each other, backbiting, trying to compete with each other. Cut that shit out. And if you on these platforms think that one of these so-called truthers or spiritual persons, and you still run your mouth about people on these platforms, I'm a call because I know magic too. Okay, then, and mine's work because it's white. Okay, then. So try me. Cut that shit out and let's join forces. And you seen this clip. We having the full court press being ran against us. And if you indigenous and so-called know the truth, and you working at a hospital and you shooting our people up with these poisons, you need to be trying to find something else to do. Get some foreign currency and get out that profession where they're using you to shoot our people up with poison.
Come on, Chief.
We didn't have these hospitals 100 years ago. They didn't have hospitals like this because people grew their own food. We wasn't eating from other nations that people brought over here and eat from them. We had our own food. We grew our vegetables. We grew our fruit. And if we did eat meat, we had a cow out. We had horses out there. We had hogs out there. And we had roaches out there. And we wasn't sick like we are right now. We wasn't going to the hospital like we are right now because we ate from our own backyard. And this is what we're going to get back to. And we eating from these. Our people are so lost. We eating from the enemy that's been brought over here for infiltration. They're the men in blue. They're the men in blue. They put anybody else over there nice. They're servants to the other people, but they're gangsters to us. Come on, they're gangsters to us, but they're servants to the other people. They're told when you pull them over, escalate. It's already escalated. They're on 10, but you just ran the stop sign. They put you over like you got 10 dead bodies in your car just when you ran the stop sign. You just stop all the way.
And there used to be a time they would just pull you over because you were driving a nice car. You didn't have to do anything.
That's called profiling.
Profiling. Yep.
I'm ready for a change. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for a change.
Yes.
You know, I'm ready for a change. We see these things happening to our people, and our people, most of our people are like sheep. They believe anything that Reverend Flam Flam said, or anything that's coming on mainstream television, anything, everything, all of the bullshit. Our people are like infants and babies, man. And that's why people like us, we have to go, take them by the hand and try to guard them and protect them.
Yeah, I was trying to tell people.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Steve.
I don't care about no celebrity dying. I don't care about nobody. So-called, I don't give a. I don't care about nothing. I care about my people right now. I'm not moved about this person because the so-called black celebrities that are pushed on TV ain't like us. They're the bloodline of the black nobilities. They don't speak for me, so we're not fooled either. We got so many people against us, man. It's time for us to come together.
Chief, they're saying look behind you. They said right above the railing. People are saying they see UFO right behind you.
Yeah, that's probably a light from a building, but I've seen these unidentified flying objects around me. About 5 years ago, I had a laser, and something told me to just point that thing in the sky. I hit one of those stars, and 3 different times that thing shot across the sky. It shook me to the core. It shook me to the core. When I hit that, and the star shot across the sky like that on 3 different occasions. About 2020, 21, I did that. It shook me. And I said to myself, I know that I am tapped into the ancestors. I'm tapped in. I'm so tapped in to knowing that there's a whole nother life going on outside of here, to the point that I can't do no evil to nobody. I can't be wicked or low down because I know that I will be judged. And I understand my assignment where I was sent here. I wasn't born, I was sent. I was sent, and I know that. And so people would get envious and jealous of you because the anointing on your life, because the favor on your life, and think that they try to compete with you. You're not competing with me. You try to compete with the force that's within me. You can't compete with that. You should be
Right.
competing with being a better person. So I don't. This is why I say I don't have time for no foolishness right now. People so big. You ever see two gazelles going at it, mad at each other, just going at it based on this one looking good, and they want this female, or they want to fight over some leaves, some grass over there, who will get the best portion, when all they gotta do is share and keep their eyes open. They going at it, they fighting. You see three male hungry lions just creeping up on them, creeping up on them. And they so busy fighting with their head down, like some imbeciles and monkeys for food, fighting with each other, so they can't even see the enemy approaching. And now now they're lunch and dinner. The lions jump
Mm,
on them and tear them apart
mhm.
and eat them up because they're too busy fighting amongst themselves. And that's the indigenous people of America, so envious and jealous of each other, fighting amongst each other, lying, biting, smear campaign, to the point you
Mm,
can't see the enemy that's closing in on your ass. It's time to cut that shit
mm.
out, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, what should our response be to all these people that are here practicing medicine and doing other things illegally with fake degrees, fake business licenses? Should we have a response, Chief?
Man, how about we take this video and take it to the damn hospital and play it? How about that? How about that? Tell Pej Patel to show me some documents, and then that's back fact check this. Take this video and the clip right there and take to these damn hospitals. See, we got to do it collectively as a person, so we can warn up guys. Like this video and share
Mm,
this video to our people. We
yes, sir.
know about if our people are so forgetful and forgiving. They forgot about the Tuskegee experiment that so-called ended in 1971. All they did was change the name after 1971 and name it many
Wow.
other things. All these other so-called viruses that just pop up out of nowhere.
Mm,
They during the Tuskegee experiment, they told the so-called the indigenous man of America, uh, take this shot, we'll pay you, we'll give you gifts. So take this shot right here.
mm,
Our men that know they would shoot them up with what's that, syphilis.
mm, mm-hmm,
And ain't nothing changed, guys. And what was that? That
mm.
was war against the people. That's
Oh, yeah,
war
absolutely.
against us.
Absolutely.
So it's time for us to cut out. And the nurses were actually military personnel. They had on nursing outfits.
What?
Just like doing this 2020, they have removed the other regular nurses out of the hospital, and they brought in other doctors and other nurses. Those were hit men and hit women.
And they acted like it too, because my husband was in the hospital during that time, and they had uh, doctors and nurses to come and guard the room so we couldn't go in there. They had police officers standing in there. That was one of the most terrifying experiences I ever had, where I literally had to fight against the administrators of the hospital, the police department, and they would say things like the CDC said that you can't come into the room. I'm like, you're telling me that he's passing or slipping away. He's transitioning. Nobody wants to see their loved one go alone. And I fought, but you're right that some of those people, the way they act, they didn't even act human. I'm going to be honest. They were evil, like
because
trying to
because they
grabbing me, Bogart in the room, pulling me
because
out,
they
you know?
because they wasn't human.
Mm,
They wasn't.
mm,
They were after his organs. It was an organ grab. There was
mm,
murder. It was murder. They were putting people in induced comas. And those machines they would call life support back in the days. Now they call them ventilators right now.
they
Put you
sure
in
were.
an induced coma so that they can fix your organs while you're alive, while they still got oxygen running through them. I'm too tapped in. I know what was going on. And so this is why they didn't want you in the room. They wouldn't allow you in the hospital. That's murder. You try to that's crazy. When did they ever do that? You can't see your family, and your family in there and got these reptilian entities in skin suits, bogart and protecting, so you won't see the murder that they did to your loved ones and cut the chest wide open and pull their hearts, kidneys, and liver out their body while they are, while they got them in an induced coma. That's what it was about. So I don't have time.
And they
Yeah, go ahead.
American. And no, thank you, Chief. And they're not Americans. They're not human. They're not Americans. They're not us. Hell, they don't even look like us. I'm just saying. And then, but if you say something about it now before COVID, when we were saying it, we were being paranoid. We were not understanding medicine. We didn't care about our health. But after COVID, when it started happening to everybody, that they was just mistreating everybody and taking our loved ones in there and doing bad things. So then people woke up and they got understanding of how we were feeling. I'm tired of it, Chief. I used to couldn't even talk about it without breaking down and crying. I think this might be the first time I ever talked about it, didn't break down. It's like my heart is too, I don't even want to say it's too cold at this point. At this point, I don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a. Everybody can get the fuck out of here as far as I'm concerned. Everybody. I'm serious.
There you go, Ben.
They can all go.
I feel.
They can all go. They all played in our faces. Every last one of them played in our faces. Called us lazy, shiftless niggas, roaches. I told to get ourselves up out of bootstraps. Nah, they can go home.
You can go home. The gig us up. We saw what she was doing. We saw they were really employed by the establishment, and the job was used as a front to be here, to be the agents and be the footstools for this beast system against the indigenous people. That's what they were. Mm-hmm. And the gig is up. They gave them the hotels room. They got cameras in that watching the shit. They got some young lady there who don't have family and snatch your ass up out of here. Mm. They got them at the dry cleaners putting poisonous chemicals in your clothes. Man, come on now. Mm. They got them. They gave them the restaurants. They feeding us toxic food cooked in reused old toxic grease. They got them at the gas station, and in the black neighborhood, they mixing the gas with water and fucking up your engines.
They are.
Then they got these convenience stores. They got the young black men out there selling dope because they're the ones giving them the dope to sell. Are we ready? Yeah, are we ready to start fighting, brothers and sisters? Are we ready to come together?
The Arabs that's in our community right now with their little fake convenience stores, what they do is they know, so it's a food desert in the black community. They don't have healthy foods. They don't have grocery stores. And in the grocery stores in black communities, they have old meat, old bread, and a bunch of junk. So what these Arabs do when they come to our country, the Arabs and the Indians, when they come to our country, the ones that have the convenience stores and the gas stations in our communities, they say it's a food desert. So they get government loans to put their little convenience stores in there full of poison. And we not knowing this isn't food, eat the poison. They all in on it. And they think most of us didn't know. Not only do they feed us poison, and they have the gas that's watered down, and with their junk food and their poisonous gas stations, et cetera, and the convenience stores, but they also peddling the drugs in our community with the help of the police department. That's why when you go by a lot of these gas stations in the black community and the convenience stores, you see all these police cars there. You're like, why are police just happen to be hanging out? Because they all in on it. They're peddling the drugs. I've talked to the black people, my people, indigenous people in many communities. But I didn't believe it until during COVID, when everything was shut down. The Arabs convenience stores was open. I was asking the brothers, like, how are y'all open when everybody else is shut down? And they said, you don't know? It's like, no, why would I know what's going on? Oh, they peddling the drugs. So they let them keep their stores open. Uh, they got to go home. They got to get out of here. And here's what President Trump said: "You ain't got to go home, but get your hat and coat and get the up out of here. We will pay y'all $2,600," he said, "to get up out of here and book your flight. But trust and believe everything you did in these lands is going home with you. And before we even send your tail home, know that the indigenous people are waiting now. You can't play in our faces. I think we should boycott them. Boycott them all. Boycott them all. We all get, well, start your own stores, start your own schools, start your own daycare centers, start your own convenience stores. Boycott them all, because the only thing these people understand is green money. That's all they understand. And I'm not saying all of them are mean or bad. No, they're not all bad or mean. But they're here living off of our estates and taking our loot and feeding themselves and sending that money back home to their country. Y'all saw that pyramid I showed you? Ain't none of them people that I showed you on that pyramid from a war-torn country. Not a one. So they ain't afraid to go back home. And they didn't come over here because they're scared of their own people. They came over here because they're the ones that's lazy. They're the ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chief.
They are. They're not sorry. They'll be sorry. They are lazy.
They're lazy.
And everything they got has been a lay down. They had to work hard for nothing. They came over here with a promise that they was going to succeed. Right here in Gwinnett County, and about 40 minutes south of 40 minutes south of downtown Atlanta. I mean, north than Gwinnett County. They have an area where that I drove into, and I saw there was some people from India, Asian, and Africans. Most in this community, with the average house is about at least $500,000, all brick. They got a park out there. They got a small lake out there. People out there like they're in heaven, walking their dogs. They don't have a job. These people don't work jobs. And if they do work jobs, the jobs are gonna pay them like maybe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. But these people don't work hard. We work the hard job to take the stress. These people ain't working hard. They're in there with their family, about 6 or 7 of them in the household, about a 5-bedroom house. They shift that turn the garage into a secondary kitchen. They cooking for the children. They live in that heaven on earth. They're living that heaven on earth. And your Christianity and these churches is infiltration. They'll keep you soft, and for not focusing on the enemy at hand.
That's true.
Making you think that all people are the same and all people love. No, and all the time you got infiltration in these damn churches, man. What they did, one of the worst things that happened to us is doing segregation. When they brought them and allowed us to go the same, that's when infiltration happened. That's part of the major infiltration. And these people were brought, and all these other nations are brought here, and I hate to say it, as a whole, and I'm not saying everybody is bad, but as a whole, they were brought here for infiltration. It was easy for the nobility to bring them over here as infiltration, and have them to do the job and pay them to do the dirty work for them. Pay them. The gig is up, though. So, bro, guys, now you're seeing the reason why I preach the way I do, why I have the message that I do, because I've been saying this stuff for a while. And that's why I've been so angry and frustrated when I've seen so-called melanated brothers and sisters who don't really have anything, trying to talk about somebody as if they don't have anything. None of us have anything. If you don't have your damn wealth, you don't have nothing.
You don't have nothing.
Okay, you don't have nothing. And so I see trying to compete with each other, lying to each other, backbiting against each other. It's time out for that stuff, and let's not give any energy to somebody who's doing that shit. And there's some people on here watching. You just stop giving energy to people with lower vibration against the tribes, because we don't have time for that. Because if you're still doing shit like that, that means that you are okay with what you just laid out in this video. You're okay. You're okay with these people taking our people out of here with through slow kill methods and fast kill methods.
You know, because I'm on social media, and you know too, because we come across people all over the world, and it just boggles my mind how they will say things like they'll say things to me because like I used to like you, but you're always talking about black this and indigenous that and this is that, and they will literally say things like that they worked hard for what they have, and I used to just not say anything and just play along, but I'm like, if the land was stolen and the resources were we don't own land, we don't have our land, we don't have our diamonds, we don't have our gold, we don't have our silver, we don't have access to our mines, we don't have access to our wealth, period. They were given that step up because they have all that stuff. Oh, we're gonna take it back, but I'm just saying. So the nobility, like you said, gave them our wealth and then let them call themselves American, and all of a sudden they think they have what they call entitlement to be here, and they get very disrespectful in their language. So it's over. It's over. The gloves are off. The gloves are. I don't like being, what's the word, politically correct. No, they are here illegally. We didn't invite them here. They were given privileges, and they're still being disrespectful and saying they're not going home. Oh, Lord.
This is why, brothers and sisters, it's time to walk with your shoulders back, chest up, and head held high. It's time to walk like you are the gods and goddesses of the indigenous people of this land. It's time to do that, guys. It's time to walk with that clarity, that understanding, that so much to the point that the other nations recognize that you know who you are. So put them feathers up, man. This is why when I go places, I wear my feathers. This is why I dress a certain way. This is why I carry myself a certain way, and to the point that they have to recognize who I am, because I know who I am. They don't have to recognize. And when I go in these gas stations and I get there and I see these people in there, I just look at them, man, like, like, I know that you got this gas station not for no money that your family worked hard for. But you got the money from my ancestors, a trust estate. They come over here to these gas stations so you won't have to work the hard jobs. And you're here for info. So you want to talk about, man, let me tell you something. Talk about the so-called sleeper cells. This is this is the sleeper cells. Fucking the Indians in here, over 1 million of them here. They the fucking sleeper cells. They ain't got no love for us. Those are the sleeper cells, if you will. All the other nations are the sleeper cells that if they get called out to hell to do something, they're doing it in a heartbeat because they ain't from us. They know that they can take us out and make a room for them and their family. We need to put so much pressure on the indigenous people, have them making the least amount of money out of all of us so they can sell dope and rob people that pay Paul and be derogatory to each other. So even make them sick so you go to the hospital, shut them up, but they can't allow the women to make more money, at least 5 to 6% more money than the man, because we know that she'll betray him in a heartbeat because we'll turn her to a hyper independent female. But she feel like she don't need a man and make her hyper independent, then she'll renege and turn on him, put him on child support, then his license gets suspended because he really can't make the money. And then the children are not being raised by a 2-parent home. And we just destroy their community. This is a master plan. Now we want that child to go to prison so we can keep on making that money off their estate. And we can continue to funnel money to the other nations of people to come over here and live their heaven on earth above us. And I'm here to say that's over with.
It's over.
It's over with. The sleeping giants are woken up. The dry bones are back together. Okay, then. So we're not going to operate with hate and malice and envy toward each other anymore, brothers and sisters. It is time to come together. It's time to come together because they run the full court press. I've been saying for a while. And things, and as we go on, you're seeing this information. We didn't know, I got the information, kid, we got to go live. And more and more, yeah, and more information is getting ready to come out. You're going to start seeing a lot of things that I had been saying for years about what these people, now you're about to hear about these pastors and these mainstream religions, these churches are infiltration too. Want to get you baptized immediately so they can put it on bond paper and take your ass down down the rabbit hole again and create a security on your behalf because you back in the waters. As long as that water ain't got nothing to do, we get closer to your faith or spirit or any God, but submerge you back underwater where you are unalive. Your church can kick rocks. Your religion can kick rocks. If you don't go ahead, Gail.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, I know that some pastors probably really thought they were doing the right thing. I can imagine. But I know for a fact that some of them know that they were doing the wrong thing. Because I've heard them say things like, there's so much I wish I could tell y'all, but y'all ain't ready. There's so much about, what's in this in these books that y'all don't know, but y'all ain't ready. And I'd be like, why don't you just tell the people the truth? I didn't know what they were talking about, but I'm like, they know something. All right, Chief, I'm done. I yield.
Yeah. The goal is that the so-called black people we know that the Bible is mixed with truth and it's mixed with lies. But they had to mix it with some lies to pass the truth, to mix the lies, to make the lies passable. Then they come up with the New Testament. We know we got some indigenous good passages in there, but it's not the complete truth. The Bible is not going to tell you the complete truth about what type of world we live in. And most of these pastors are not permitted to even talk about most of the stuff that's even in there. It ain't, you think it's just 66 books, man, it's way more than 66 books. But they had to give you 66 books because 66 is the master number. Just like your damn Jesus died at 33. I never matched the number. Telling me that it was made by Freemasonry. 33. Okay, what age did Jesus present himself in the Bible? What age? 12? What age was that? What age? Did that 12? 1 plus 2 is 3.
Yes, sir.
Come on, that's numerology. Find out what time Jesus died. It's laced with Freemason numerology. Your damn Bible is laced with Freemason numerology. I know that shit. So if I tell you that damn Jesus Christ is Lucifer and numbers don't lie, it's because Lucifer and Jesus both add up to 7411. But that's too much for you indoctrinated Negroes to handle. So you reject knowledge. You reject knowledge. And when you reject knowledge, it's the great system. My people are destroyed. Why? Because they lack of knowledge. But it's lack of knowledge because you reject it. You reject it. You don't need a book. You don't need a book for something that's in your heart naturally. The goodness, mercy, and it's not in your heart. Ain't no book gonna put it in there because it won't be natural. The book was made for other people to come here and read, to try to act and perpetrate us because it was in our heart. He said, I write myself on the hearts of them which I love. And they tried to show you that in the book of Eli, the movie. It wasn't that damn book that man was after her. It was in his heart. Am I correct? When he got access to the book and he was licking his chop like he had a prime steak, medium rare, about to cut into it, open that damn book, and the book was empty because it was written on the heart. Are you with me? If it's not in your heart, you don't need a book to put it there because it won't be there organically. That book was for other people to try to read and fabricate and perpetrate us, the true children of the Son of the Most High. And they're jealous because we're the apple of the eye. And I said it.
There was one more thing that you sent me, Chief. I don't know if you want me to show it or not. It's what I started to show a few minutes ago. Before I show that, Dr. Claude Anderson, who wrote the book Powernomics, teaches about group economics, and he talks about how every other nation practices group economics, where the money goes through their own hands, their own nation's hands, before it even leaves their community. Even here in America, money goes through the Jews' hands several times before it leaves their community. Money goes through Chinese people's hands before it goes to their community, and the Asians and the Indians, et cetera, et cetera. So he said there can be no progress for Black people, and I say indigenous people, until we have economic progress. He said, I don't want to hear about no other progress, but economic progress. So when I ran that past my son, Dex, who's an economist, he says they taught him in economy classes that race is a race to resources. They got us thinking it's all about fighting black and white and you this and you don't like me because of your skin color. Well, no, they all in a race for resources. And whose resources they trying to steal? Ours. Crazy. All right, Chief, I'm gonna look for that. Do you want me to show you the last video?
Yes, yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see. You see any comments you want to got any more comments before I find this, Chief? This last video you showed.
I'm reading the comments right now.
Okay, let's see if I can find this new video. Oh, I think you showed that one. This is the one that says TikTok make your day. Let me see. Oh, is this President Donald Trump? Hold on, T. Is this what you were trying to send me? You see that?
Yeah, they don't look like Indians to me. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, hold on. Come on, people.
To me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it. And you look, now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it. And you look, now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Wow. She said they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. Who is he talking about?
He talking about them pretendians. That's what he's talking about. You know, said all the time. We were saying we were Indian. Although you're not, oh no, but now that they're getting forced up out of here. Their rights have been taken. They're getting forced up out of here. I got something. I had something sent to me by a buddy of mine. And they were saying that they kicked them up out of here. I'm gonna send that link to you for you to play probably tomorrow whenever you get it ready to. Of them being kicked up out of here. That told to move up out of here. You know, when you talk about they're from they're Mongolian Asian from Siberia. They're mixed in with the Spaniard conquistadors. So we got Asian folks was really Mexicans. Your Mexicans is a mother of a person because they're mixed in with the conquistadors and Spanish, which makes your Mexicans are a made up race of people. They're really Asians. That's why they look alike.
They do look like.
And mixed in with, and then the Spaniards. This is how they were able to, like you see certain white folks with red hair and the whitest white man you can be, so-called white. He said, I got Cherokee in my family, I'm Indian. But all this is just to get a money grab to get our wealth and land because we called ourselves Black and African American. And they can come right on in there and get and can claim us and get the wealth that belongs to us. Look, brothers and sisters, get your trust, get you some foreign currency, do your family genealogy. I'm going to bring a person on to talk about family genealogy so that you can get the land patents. The land patents shut any and everybody up. Because the land patents show that the so-called Black man and woman, so-called Black, that we always been here in America and that America belonged to us. And now we found out that America is the true East. Now we know that this is Egypt, this is Jerusalem, and we are the people of the Bible. And this is why all the other people are envious and jealous of us because they know more about us than we've been lied to about us. So I'm here to tell you to wake up to the Godship that's in you. He's in you. And if he's in you, you don't need a saving and salvation to talk to out with when you can go within and speak to the creator within you. You don't need no savior. Because he'll direct you. This is why would you to be your steps are divinely guided and protected because he's within you. When you discover him there, you don't need to talk to an outside source.
That's right.
You don't need to do that if he's in you. They lied to you. You're giving all your power and authority to an outside source, which is the enemy, to prosper over you. And told to pray for your enemies. And told to turn the left cheek. Somebody smacked your tooth out your mouth. Turn the left cheek. Man, come on, man.
Come on. Hi, Ra. My grandson is saying, hi, Granny. It's Amin Ra. Child, you supposed to be asleep. Hey, Ra. It's good to see you, grandson. You know, a lot of people don't know this. You and I know this. We talked about this before, that the first top 3 religions were created by the Catholic Church: Catholicism, Judaism, and Islam. The Muslim that's from Muhammad, that Islam, they're all created by the Catholic Church. In fact, Muhammad was married to Khadijah, who was one of the Pope's daughters. And they make us think that there's different religions. They were all created in order to enslave us and control us. I'm not saying that religion don't serve a purpose, because I think there's value in teaching people how to be disciplined. But I'm saying that they were created, the ones that the big 3 that people celebrate. What are you gonna say, Chief?
No, man, they are created, man. They are created, you know. Everything is within you. You don't need to have an outside source. And so I really came to that understanding that, you know, he said, you are my temples. Meaning all of our bloodlines are in us. So they give up so many distractions and all these different shots and chaos, so you won't be able to tap into that. This is what they said, you won't be able to tap into it. But that's a new shepherd time. Things are happening. Things are happening. The world is changing. There's several suns out there. Actually, 3 suns. There's a black one. That's the one that crossed in front of the sun during an eclipse. That's not the moon. That's the black sun. So there's a lot of things going to happen. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen for us, brothers and sisters, man. All we got to do is just love. And love covers a multitude. That's all we got to do, man, toward each other. And this is no hate speech to any of the other nation people like that. But right now, I'm focused on us right now because we got work to do.
And love is telling people to go back home to their own homeland so they can take care of their own people and build up their own economy. That's love. That's love. That's love. You know, because we're learning that because, you know, we were always told that people were here seeking a new opportunity. You know, their countries are war torn and they just had a hard life. And we just need to be understanding and compassionate. That's before President Donald Trump started exposing how the refugees came from Somalia, allegedly, and stole billions of dollars from the government and the American taxpayers to pay for a funnel some daycare that doesn't even exist. And it was before we understood. Yeah, and before we understood all these H-1B visas, where all these people came over here, they were already rich when they came over here. And it was before we understood that 80% of the motels were all owned by the Patel family, an Indian family. And it was before we understood that a lot of deferred action for children, the children of immigrants, you know, that people just sent their children over here so they could get citizenship and anchor themselves to the land so they mama and daddy can get wealth and benefits. I mean, we didn't know all this. The gig is up.
No doubt, no doubt. But we're going to be continue to put this information out, guys, as we get it. You guys stay tuned. Keep keep light. Cover our sister, Dr. Kia. Cover me. All the
Yes, sir.
other podcasts that come on, guys. We got work to do. We got to roll our sleeves, our brothers and sisters, and we need each other. We can't do this without you guys. So we need to work together under one authority to get our inheritance back, and the world needs to hear we're sick and tired. And we got to do this. We can't expect anybody to do it for us. And a lot of times you can expect the ancestors of the Great Spirit to do nothing for you that you're not willing to do for yourself already.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
if you're doing it, then they're gonna give you the extra help to carry on. But you got to be a willing participant to going to do better for yourself. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it if you don't want to drink it. But I'm ready to roll my sleeves up. I've already had my sleeves rolled up, guys. I need brothers and
Yeah.
sisters to roll them up with me and join them with me. I should be out here by myself. I shall be out. We can't. We don't need to be seeing other brothers and sisters talk bad about each other, land on each other. We have a job to do. We have a job to do. You see what they're doing. We got a full court press being ran on us, man, and we see it right now. Now I'm waiting to see what brothers and sisters are going to do. That's listen. We got to have means to some finances to be able to execute this what we need to do. So for those of you who don't have a trust, get some foreign currency. You need to get your trust from me. I'm helping out so many people. I just helped a sister get her trust open today. She was happy about that. I sent her to my bank. She went there. She got her trust open today. So congratulations to you, sister, getting the trust open. She got a foreign currency. So email me at UnityInMotion45 to get your trust. Put the different, but if you don't have any gold, silver, foreign currency, XRP, you need to be working on getting some of these things, guys, because how else are the meek going to inherit the earth without any finance and money to do it? In order for the meek to inherit it, said, the meek shall inherit the earth, because it said the wealth of the wicked was stored up for the righteous. The righteous. All it did was the wealth of the wicked was laid up for the just. It was laid up. What does that mean? It means that the wealth that the wicked got, they didn't, a trick bag was put on them, because all he did was stole out wealth to have to pay it back to us with interest. So you had your fun, you live right in the Holy Land, and the gig is up right now because the people are up. The people the cover, the veil has been opened, and we see that all the millions of people, that's crazy, were given fake degrees and doctorate degrees to come over here and practice on most of the indigenous people to make us sick and to slow kill us. And the gig is up.
It's up. We're awake now. So avail yourselves, family, of the opportunity to take care of yourself and your community. Even if you're a foreign national here on these lands, you have to go back to your homeland and receive the wealth from your sovereign wealth funds and your trust. But I think that's a great thing. I don't understand the fascination with being on somebody else's turf, on their land, taking their resources. I don't understand that type of thinking and mentality. But maybe because I'm not in that predicament, in that position. But everybody's going to have wealth. But now I'm going to speak to the indigenous people, classified as Black, Negro, color, African American. Max says, we have to get our minds right. We really do. They did a number on us. They told us we were from slave ships in Africa, that we had no homeland, we had no identity, that we were 3/5 of a person, and they weren't even talking about us. Okay. They told us that we came from monkeys. They weren't talking about us because that's a bold-faced lie. They told us, all kind of lies. And then they brought people over here to gain access to our trust. So we didn't have access to any of our resources. We didn't have access to our wealth, our identity, all that. So now we have to, I'm getting very tired, but we have to clean that up. And it's going to have to start with us doing a radical mind change. You are the kings and queens of these lands. You are the gods that sprung from the soil. So we got to get your mind right. Don't the Bible says ye are gods, but yet it's the Christians that want to fight us and say you're not God when your own Bible called you God.
Mhm.
So yes, you are the gods. If you weren't, everybody in their mammy and pappy wouldn't be over here with their businesses in your communities. And let me tell you something, if you weren't rich, the businesses wouldn't be in your communities, in our communities. We are wealthy. We are rich. We just spend our money outside of our own community. So we got to change that. And this is why we're here to teach people about family, wealth, and legacy. If you're under the sound of our voice, doesn't matter where you come from, you can avail yourself of this opportunity. But indigenous people, I'm going to tell you, just because you never heard this information before doesn't mean it's not real. We're not saying people get on here and say, you expect a president to save you? No, but he's doing a great job. I'm expecting you to save yourself by availing yourself of this information that the chief of the Soul Tribe, Chief Mac, and I provide you. All right, I know I'm tired at this point. I'm just going in circles, Chief.
It's no problem. You're going to end it soon, but I just want to say this. This is why there's infiltration on us to put as many of us, our young men and women, in these prison systems because we're at war. So we are POWs. They need to put as many of our young, strong brothers and sisters in the prison system to make room for, because they don't want us to know that we are the majority and not the majority, that it's more, that it is more of us in these Americas than any other nation of people. They don't want us to know that. So this is why they got war against us, to put us on drugs, mess our minds up, put us in the prison system, defend and weaken, to weaken the tribes. So we got to come against that, guys. To weaken the tribe. So they bring in other nations over here, put us in the prison system, put us from our state. Then you go to prison, they put you on these medications, they take your mind from you. Then you out in the streets, they slap you with a felony. You can't get a job, and 9 times out of 10, you back in jail. I mean, they run the full court press, guys. We got to come together, man. We got to come together. How many of you are ready to come? Put it once in the chat if you're ready to come together. And this is why we need. If you don't have any foreign currency, get some. Share this video, like, share, and subscribe. Those of you who follow me on my YouTube page, Chief Mac, follow me there, as I'll be giving information and intel too. And so this wealth transfer is going to happen really soon. And my guesstimation, I'm looking at it within a month. Next month is going to be a very significant month. If you don't have any foreign currency, you can go to banknoteworld.com, or these simple $200-300 can make you a multi-millionaire. And then if you don't have a trust, get your trust from me so I can teach you on how to operate and trust, the basics. Get your trust from me. You can email me at unityinmotion45@yahoo.com. There will be a $75 consultation fee. And trust me, when you talk to me on the phone, I'm going to definitely enlighten you on how to win.
Absolutely. I'm just bringing up your YouTube channel right here, Chief Mac. He usually goes live in the evenings. But if you hit the notification button, then hit subscribe and the notification button, then whenever he goes live, no matter what time of the day it is, they will send you a message. You'll get notified. And before we leave, Chief, I just want to thank a few people, because I didn't even know people were sending me gifts, but somebody just sent me $100. Thank you so much. Mari, M-A-R-I, God bless you. Heaven smiled on you. Thank you. It says much love. I love you back. I also want to thank Sister Elizabeth for sending a donation. And Kelsey, thank you so much for sending me a Cash App donation. Sister Miyoshi sent me something yesterday. Thank you. Sister Miyoshi, our moderator, also known as Sister Janine. Sister Marsha said, this is a gift to you, Dr. Pruitt. Chief Mac, of course, I appreciate you always, Chief. Thank you for taking care of me. Destiny, Mike, Brother Michael, Sister Destiny, Sister Cynthia, and Brother Terrence. Thank you so very much for all the gifts. And that's it. That's all I have tonight, Chief.
That's all we have. I'm glad we got the message out, brothers. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Get this message out of what the atrocities that's been done to us. It's imperative that we get this information out, guys.
Absolutely. Because the more you know, the more you can take care of yourself. You can remedy the problem. You didn't know it exists. You didn't when you just know you could feel that you were left out of certain things. You were left out of the wealth, you were left out of certain jobs, you were left out of knowledge and information. But now you know. And now that we know, we got to do better. We got to take care of each other. So you've heard from Chief Mac, the Chief of the Soul Tribe. Please contact him at unityemotion45@yahoo.com for a consultation or a private trust. And you heard from Dr. Kia Pruitt, that's me. I trust that we've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Good night, Soul Tribe.
Good night,
Thank you
guys.
for being here too. We love you so much. Good night. Good night, Chief. I'll call you.
Good night. Okay.
All right. Good night, then.
Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth.
Thank you, Brother Leonard.
Guiding others to free themselves. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way to a new and brighter day.
Good night, Soul Tribe. See you in the rising. Peace.